Right, so welcome to Crypto Mondays Chapter Champions monthly meeting, 2nd of June. Welcome to everybody. It's lovely to see you all. And yeah, just a reminder of none of us is as good as all of us, and together we are so much more. We had Alex Kahana talking on our, uh, what do you call it, Crypto Mondays Zoom. And that was one of his quotes, which I thought was super cool. And today we've got, as usual, the global update from Lou. And then Alan's made some amazing progress with Agent MonDAI. He'll give us an update on that. And then
Agent MonDAI. Woo!
that's it, go MonDAI. And then Alberto, he'll bring in the slot machines and help you to make a lot of money. And Ibiza, Nahuel, he's been doing some crazy stuff in Ibiza, so it'd be nice to hear some of his things. He's got an awesome website that he produced, just a draft website actually. So, I think it's quite important. I mentioned it in the email earlier, is to try and capture all of this value and this opportunity, IP, and cross, bring it across the network. So it's awesome. I think this is a bit of a forum for us to do that, and Agent MonDAI will be the next thing, is to capture all of that knowledge and for everybody to benefit from it. And then Zurich as well, Gio and Alex, I had a meeting with them this week, and they've done some amazing things. They've done very well in getting their sponsorships, very organized. So some tips and tricks from them. And they also have a possibility of starting Crypto Mondays Zoom Europe. We have Crypto Mondays Zoom on Wednesdays, and it's been incredibly successful. And I know we were known for in real life meetups, but actually the online one scales so much quicker and so much bigger. And so maybe we could do some more of that. So lovely to hear plans from them on that, or what their thoughts are, because I know they have to talk to their wider team before they agree to that. And then Maryland, Jacqui's been doing some great stuff. Lou's going to go and speak there. She's got a conference going on, so to hear a little bit about that. And then David, our celebrity, Tokyo TV wanted to do some shooting of people using stable coins in real life in New York. And so David volunteered himself for that. They wouldn't let the TV crew into the poker casinos, sadly. David thought that would be a cool thing to do, but apparently not allowed cameras in there. And then Barcelona, yes, you've had a recent meetup. So Eve, thanks. I see you here. Welcome. Get an
Hello.
update. Get an update from you. Thanks for coming along. And then, yeah, we'd just like to hear from anybody else. We've got some time left over. I hope we'll make sure we've got time left over, because we'd like to hear from others that are here that would have something to share. So I think, Lou, we start with you, and then if somebody can tell me if they see David arrive, he's got another meeting simultaneously with this. So,
Okay, I'll tell you when he pops on.
okay,
But
cool.
yeah, you let me share.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get out of here now. Stop share. Over to you, Lou.
Okay, let's see. Okay, real quick, I always talk about the numbers, 64 active chapters, 23 countries, 150,000 members. So, the more you see interact with Mondai and other things, you'll be seeing these numbers again and again. We're also at major events. Last night, there was a great Crypto Mondays Paris for Proof of Talk. You had Kelly Callahan, who's this awesome VC with Arrington Capital, one of the real OGs in the space, was a featured guest. Or it was a great evening. And there are currently 15 chapters in the process of starting. Our experiences, about the thirds of the ones that are starting actually end up starting, but we're focusing on trying to raise that number because everybody does want to start. And what's super interesting, just since May, there have been 10 more cities that have gone in the queue. So, this is so much different than past kind of bear markets where the number of chapters shrunk. The number of chapters now are continuing to grow. And I think it's a lot of the people are seeing the same things that we're all seeing on the call. And also, we're starting three new sub brands. Want to remind folks. We're going to start seeing these pop up around the world. We've been incubating these in New York for the past 18 months. So what we've been calling Crypto Mondays Wall Street, it's now CM Institutional, and we're playing around with the the logo. This isn't the final logo, but you get the idea. Crypto Mondays, yeah, we've been doing in Bitcoin in New York. It's now going to be called Bitcoin Mondays. And then the Crypto Mondays on Zoom, as Robin talked about, we've been doing that. We do this every Wednesday at 1 in the US. It's going to be scaling really nicely. And we're going to be look forward to rolling it out in Europe and Asia so that our community there can have crypto money on Zoom at convenient times. And then up next, Alan's going to be talking about MonDAI, and I think we're looking forward to everybody playing around with it, testing it. It's early. We've already started to work with some of the chapter organizers to get their feedback yesterday. We had a call with Eric Forrest, this Crypto Monday San Francisco, and what Eric, gave us a great idea that it would be great if it could do X, Y, Z. I mean, he assumed that it could, and then when it couldn't, he said, you really would be great. And so, that's the kind of feedback we're really looking forward to. What can MonDAI do for you as an organizer, do for you as a member. And I think with that, DAIA, the decentralized AI agents, is continues to grow and move forward as well. So that's another vibrant community.
Wow, Nu, that was super speed dating. Well done. Thanks so much. So lots of exciting things happening. And over to you, Alan.
Okay. I put the link in before, but I saw some new people come in, so I'm going to put it in again for the application that we're doing here in the chat. Let me see if I could share here. And if you're in front of a computer, go ahead and go to that site, and you'll be presented with a sign in or create an account. You can create an account as we sit here talking. I'd like to get everybody on board if we can.
Yeah.
And
So just a couple of the chapter organizers emailed me, and saying that, hey, my uh, it's my meetup isn't there, it's not on the active. We're porting everything over, but the idea is obviously for you guys to take ownership of the profiles, including you can start it up. And so if you haven't played with it now is the time to go and take ownership of the chapter if you haven't done so already. So we'll just take a couple minutes to walk through it.
yeah, and we're still, as Lou says, synchronizing the data, going from spreadsheets into the application. So a few little things might have been missed, but we're working on that and moving into the application itself. Again, some of you have seen this, but others, you get a dashboard, you get an agent interface directly, but we're kind of interested in the chapters at this point. Anybody who comes in can see a list of all the individual chapters and their leads and be able to connect with you. So that's kind of the way that we get people to find each of your individual chapters. As a chapter lead, you'll also see the lead resources. So we've been starting to populate this. We have articles in here to help. You can also create a resource yourself if you want to share this with other leads across the world. You can also enter in, let me see, community news updates. So if you have something that you want to publish to anybody who's in the application or who is connecting to this via the Telegram interface, because the bot will also be in Telegram channels, you can just create an update, put the information in, and you can even just target your own chapter if you want to do that. So there are tools in here for the leads to be able to use. And there's also an awful lot of other things that you can explore as a member to see and use on your own. I don't know if anybody has any questions in setting this up. As people come in here, you'll be able to see all of your individual lists. And if you're an individual, you would just update your home chapter in your profile. So there's, what's my home chapter? You set it up here and you'll start having all the people who attend, and that gives you another way to be able to communicate directly with them.
Great.
Anything else specific that we would like to see here?
Uh, it like we get all like the Luma reservations and everything. Is that gonna be imported into Monday? Like the user, like the attendees, like their
Um,
contact information, or
where we can. I mean, there are some limitations on accessing some of that information because of API and rights and admin rights in Luma, but we are certainly, trying to get that list wherever we can of the attendees.
Right. And so yeah, obviously over time we want, as Alan said, have it be API based. But at the moment that's not a thing. But what we can do obviously is take all that information, download it via Excel and then upload it into MonDAI.
yeah, I
And
think we
so
can
we
talk.
just need, yeah, we just need access, to that and just, just to process. And what MonDAI can do is send out every time there's a meetup, hey, please download the attendee, Luma attendee list.
Yeah, so actually I've
And
been down
and
doing
also like
that.
just FYI, one of the things that and Alan can show this. So in New York now, Crypto Mondays Wall Street is curated. And so they want to make sure that the people they're institutional. And so, now Alan's kind of created different badges. One of them is you're approved for crypto money institution. So, we can see that in, hopefully in the not too distant future, they won't have to kind of go every month to the Lumen to case this guy in or not. People can get pre-approved and we'll be able to do a lot of things via MonDAI that's not possible just via Lumen.
Oh, cool. So like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool.
And if you want to connect to people, I mean, you can just click here and it'll send an email to invite them into the application if they have not signed up yet. You can invite individuals. If you go over to the Connect, you want to bring someone who's not even, we don't know about, you can invite new members in. I mean, really, the more people who go in and start inviting other people in, the more we'll get to critical mass of, building the community itself and having a lot of activity going on in here.
Okay.
And then there's the agent itself. You can ask questions, Alan.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we've got a whole agent in here, what are upcoming events? I asked one about who was the chapter lead for Ibiza, and it knew.
There he
So
is.
yeah, you can ask it all sorts of questions. So, and we're still in the process of tying in a lot of our knowledge bases and our data. So this is only going to get smarter and more knowledgeable as we go forward.
Brilliant. Any
Yep.
questions? Thank you, Alan.
Okay.
Brilliant. Going once, as Lou says. Okay, gone. And next up is Alberto.
Well, I'm sorry, just to back up for a moment. So, Alan, I just want to make sure that everybody on the call, was there anybody on the call who just registered and took over any of the organizers, took control of their?
I tried register or taking control of the Vegas one. I'm not sure if I did correctly.
Alan, can you check? 'Cause I just want to make we go.
All right, I will do this one. MonDAI, Crypto Mondays.
All right. Thanks, Noel.
You're on mute, Alan, if you're talking to us.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
Connect.
yeah. I
By the
guess
way,
it would help to have my
I have
mic
a
on.
lot of updates, so if you could give me 10 instead of 5 minutes, that would be great.
Sure.
Okay.
That's great, man.
Nothing's
We'll
easy.
get you we'll get you sorted out, Alberto.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
Alan's going to come back to you, Alberto. Alberto, go for it. Let's tell us all about Vegas, man.
Yeah, hey,
What's
how's it
up
going,
there?
everyone? Yeah, Vegas has been great. I know we started the chapter about a couple months ago. We had a 2 week vacation through the holiday
I think
and the venue being closed for the day. But that being said, it's been great. We've had a consistent growing community as far as like the locals. We're averaging like 5, 10 people a day, or a week. Now, we're up to like about 15, 20 people, throughout the times of our weekly meetups. And I think it just continues growing, with the support of Circa, giving us the venue, letting us, be there on a weekly basis. And um, yeah, I think we are starting to definitely get some recognition as far as like local, not just builders, but also, p government employees, politicians. I think we have some yesterday we had pretty good conversations of people, um potentially being some speakers at the end of this month and next month, for the Rare Evo conference. So a lot of things stuff cooking here in Vegas. And it's been great. It's been a good reception since we started. I know Praveen, Kat, and my buddy Kenny, we just kind of been running the show there, a little bit, where we're mixing up the weeks, between Crypto Mondays and Bitcoin Mondays. Kind of have a focus on energy efficiency, and Bitcoin mining on the Bitcoin Mondays one, and then the Crypto Mondays really just kind of open, more for those newcomers and potential other businesses here, that want to explore blockchain, just kind of don't know where to start.
Amazing. And how often are you meeting, Alberto? Are you meeting weekly?
Yeah, we're doing every Monday weekly at
Wow.
Circa. Yeah, great venue.
And do you have a
And
sponsor? Sorry, dude.
I was just going to ask how much of is there a crossover between the Crypto Mondays and Bitcoin Mondays?
There's a good crossover. Yeah, there's definitely some crossover. I think here we have more of an interest in the crypto Mondays than it is just Bitcoin Mondays. There's a lot of builders that are here, like, stable coins, prediction markets, that are all based here in Vegas. And I think, yeah, there is a appetite, I think, a little bit more for the Crypto Monday side for sure.
Great. And Alberto, is it have you got a sponsor, and do you have a guest speaker on a regular basis or not?
Not on a regular basis. That's something um that we are trying to do, get more consistent on. Right now we're averaging like a guest, speaker probably every other week,
Yeah,
depending on the topic, depending who's in town as well, because sometimes people are coming in for a conference, for
yeah,
random conferences throughout the year. They might
yeah.
just be popping in. And then, yeah, we are thinking about getting, Bitcoin Mondays Vegas on a TV, reality show, thanks to Praveen. And what is it, the Kryptonites, I believe it is, Prof, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, Kryptonites. And
Yep.
dude, Alberto's been killing it. Like, it's amazing. Not just this year, but last year also with the Raiders VIP golf tournament for the conference. Yeah, it's amazing job he's doing. But yeah, so basically we have a global partnership now with Kryptonites reality TV show, and which is basically a Bid Angels type thing. Thanks
That's a
to Alberto.
Michael Turpin.
Yeah, so we had a thing with Michael Turpin on Sunday. Yeah, so basically a lot of that is thanks to Alberto's hard work. It's always like in the past, it's always been like seeing like who knows someone to get you into the Bid Angels event. Now we have like a open door policy if you're a CryptoMondays organizer anywhere in the world. So that's going to pay off actually on June 16th when Lou comes to Miami. I'll go into that in the open forum.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant. Right. Thanks,
And
guys.
Lou,
That's fantastic news.
Lou, you're planning to come at the end of this month, right? To
Yeah,
Vegas?
for Evo.
Okay, nice. And then
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Thanks,
uh
James.
I'm sharing the photo from last night. So yeah, there's a good crowd. It's kind of towards the end of the night, but yeah, we tried to get something in from we have Bitcoin miners, a lot of AI talk yesterday. So we have some fintechs and pictured here, um government employees. Yeah, so definitely a good mixture on the crowd here in Vegas.
Well done. Brilliant. Thanks very much. Thank you for the update.
Of course.
Onward and upward. Noel,
Hello.
Ibiza, you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to drop the bombs.
Okay, go
Okay.
for it, dude.
I'll share my screen, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to share my whole screen here. Okay, okay. So first of all, I just created like a website for CryptoMondays Ibiza, and here is a summary of how the last event went. You can see it. We were sponsored by 3 companies: Bybit, Trend 0x, and Jose Yomo. I'll wait for the video to finish. It's just 10 more seconds. Okay. So what I'm trying to do in Ibiza is, as I said, it's a bit more difficult to connect with the local community because people that live in Ibiza are either renting their home or are people that don't work in crypto, or they just come here to party and they live in a week. So I'm trying to merge the party ecosystem that we have here with Ibiza, with CryptoMondays, basically. And I am in constant talk with the clubs. I have landed a partnership with Amnesia High and the major clubs in Ibiza to connect Bybit and all of the clubs, so Bybit can sponsor drinks to any CryptoMondays member, as long as they have a Bybit account. So anyone that is in the CryptoMondays community, just if they want to get some free drinks in the clubs, I can get them through Bybit. I wanted to start like a program that kind of puts everything all together because we have a huge community, and I think we can exploit it much more. So I started a program with Bybit, and hopefully we keep onboarding more and more chapters. For the moment, I'm doing it in Ibiza, and basically it's having some sort of passport here. I have it here, sorry. So basically, the way we are going to cash in all the rewards is through this application we're setting up with Bybit, which is a way that you can create a passport. So the passport has an NFC 721 technology, which is a adaptable NFT that verifies on tap whether you have unlocked certain perks. So for example, my idea is that each sponsor has some sort of quest tree, and whenever you complete the tree, you can get a free drink, for example, or some other passive benefits we give to the community. For example, I'm talking with, well, I already finished the negotiations with a boat rental company that would give a 20% discount to anyone from any of the communities that we're partnering with. I'm also onboarding the super team communities of Solana. So for the moment, we have super team UK. and my idea is to keep expanding, but I want to focus it regionally, right? So I want to start first in Ibiza with Super Team Spain, which is La Familia, which I'm already partnered with, and I'm going to start it with CryptoMondays Ibiza.
We can't hear you. Unless it's just me.
No, I can't hear him
We
either.
lost you, Nahuel. We can't hear you. Your audio's gone.
What about now?
Yeah.
There you
we're
go.
back.
What was the last thing you?
I'm partnering with CryptoMondays Ibiza.
Okay, so I'm trying to merge all of the communities so we share rewards between all the communities. I made a short presentation while you were talking about how the passport would work.
You mean you weren't
So
listening to us or what?
we want to boost the attendance, right, to our events. So my idea was also to unlock more and more levels, the more chapters you visit of Crypto Mondays, and the more attendances you make to Crypto Mondays events. So I'm negotiating, for example, with Wix as well for free USDT on their platform, so you can trade. Maybe we could give the moment you attend 5 events, you can get $50 on Wix, or you can get a VIP account on an exchange. Bybit offered me a VIP tier 6 which is there's 8 tiers, so it's almost the highest tier we can give to the Crypto Mondays members. And it's a bit a proposal to tie everything all together, right? Because I think it's kind of benefiting each other, and we can onboard other communities that will help us out as well. And as I said, I want to make it sort of tiered and also regionally focused, because I don't want to start doing it all together, every country, every city. I want to start it in Spain, maybe Ibiza, then I can talk with Crypto Mondays Madrid, Crypto Mondays Barcelona, Crypto Mondays Andorra. Maybe we can focus on the US later, because we have so many Crypto Mondays chapters in the US. And yeah, my idea was to have some sort of card that you can tap on the providers or QR that you generate, and it automatically accepts or denies you based on the conditions that have met or your level in the card. And yeah, the more you attend, the more you unlock. And then, of course, having sponsored, and this is a way to kind of coordinate global sponsors as well, because we can sort of just attract sponsors into here that say, okay, we want to sponsor every Crypto Mondays chapters as long as you drive signups. That's an offer I have.
Noel,
Yes, tell me.
so this, what you're talking about, 100% of everything that you're talking about, MonDAI can do. 100%, everything that you're talking about, and so much more. Right? Help us build MonDAI. MonDAI should be the dominant community platform, not just for us, right? We're part of the Decentralized AI Agent Alliance. We have, hundreds of other companies, building AI agents from, decentralized AI agents from big to small. And so, the ability to do all these things is now finally with AI possible in a way that was not possible before.
Allan, you up for the challenge?
I would have to check what specifics does MonDAI have, because this is something I'm also
all this is code, right? Everything you just showed us is code
correct.
that you can now go to Claude and say, hey, code this, and now everything you just showed us is part of MonDAI and integrated with all of the community and everything that we're building.
I would have to check with Bybit, because they want to centralize this platform for themselves, I think.
Oh, that's fine. We can, if they have an API, then we can link into the API of Bybit. That's fine. Right? However they want to work. But right, the idea is not to do a one-off, right? The idea is to do something for everybody, and not create a whole bunch of different platforms, but makes sense, for the community to, the more that can be on the platform, right? The more valuable the platform is.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have a one-on-one meeting and you can, but all of,
100% of everything else and a million times more, right? So like we're down, the 1inch is now sponsoring multiple crypto Mondays, right? And we're working with them, right? Getting them the ROI. How do they get an ROI? Now with MonDAI, they'll be able to understand their ROI better than they ever could have before. And if we show them a positive ROI, then we'll be able to scale. Or what you're talking about, the $20 per sign up, right? That's
Mhm.
they know that that's a positive ROI for them. And so that's a great thing that I think can be helpful to a lot of chapters.
Brilliant. Let's
Okay,
see
but
how
I
we
have
can
to
take
say
it
this
forward.
this initiative was is a joint initiative between Carlos, which is the head of growth in Bybit, and me. So I'm not too sure, like code based. Of course, everything is code, but there's also like legal and interpersonal relationships involved, different
Again,
interests from different
whatever they want
parties.
to do, however they want to work, it's great. They have an API, they'll open the API to us, right? They want to open it up to other people, I would assume, right? If they want to scale it.
Well,
Hmm.
now let's meet and see how we can take it forward together.
Like I will be transparent as well. Okay,
No,
so
I appreciate
like
it. Look, we're here to help you. We're not,
for
we want obviously to have it be a massive win for you, for Ibiza, for Bybit. That's the whole idea. Is that right? 1 + 1 + 1 = 10, and we get to share in the abundance.
okay. Mm, another, like, for example, conflict of interest. Uh, all of the signups done through this platform is direct affiliate revenue that would come to me or to CryptoMondays Ibiza to dedicate more events. There's different uh, conflicts of interest that we can review,
Well, I mean,
and
it's not as long as we're transparent, it's not a conflict of interest.
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
Great.
But yeah, let me just quickly finish that. Well, actually, that was most of the updates, and maybe I could share that if anyone has problems with sponsors, I can link you up to Wix and Bybit.
Awesome.
Okay,
So
that's
Brilliant.
actually, David Fung just arrived.
Great.
okay.
Now, thanks so much.
Thanks,
Let's meet and
Noel.
take it forward. Let's find a way that takes us across the chapters. It's meets quite a lot of the things that we've been trying to do. Thank you. David has to pop in and out because he's got another meeting. So David, jump in and tell us about your celebrity status with
All
TV
right,
Tokyo.
celebrity. It was an interesting day. That night. Sorry, my camera's not working on this one, but I'll just keep it off for now. Sorry,
We've got your makeup
in
on.
between my sales call right now. But yeah, we had a crew of 3 people in New York City following me around from Tokyo Television. So I was paying for the train, paying for some drinks at the deli for some $8.50, juice bottles. Expensive Manhattan deli prices, right? And uh and just talking about crypto Mondays, my day job, the state of stablecoin and adoption here and what it's used for. We talked about the cash credit card, and we have these credit card companies allow you to spend stablecoin at at venues, uh basically as your regular credit card. And um so we had an incident where my credit card debit card ran out of money. So for those that don't know, a cash is like a debit card, right? So you send in stable, then you can spend it at anywhere that
I,
accepts
I
Visa.
I was talking with Emmanuel in Paris Blockchain Week from your team. We were about to make a partnership as well, but the talks stopped for some reason. Are you working with Cast?
It was just I had their credit card and I met with the team that they're really great. And
Oh,
so yeah,
okay.
absolutely. But yeah, so it was kind of interesting. The whole process was about 1 hour. So we took them to a local park and did the interview there and talked about Crypto Mondays, the growth of Crypto Mondays, talked about my day job, talked about, the state of stable coins and usage in the States. And it was great. And it'll be, unfortunately, it's a gated network, Tokyo Television there. It's one of the major top five broadcasting networks there. So that was it was fun. And I didn't realize they have an office here in New York City. So I guess in the future one day we'll have them officially come in with Crypto Mondays to do expose for us and the
Awesome.
Very cool.
And how did you connect with them?
oh Robin came in from the website, right, Robin?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Came in from somewhere. I don't know where, but
Yeah. So they reached out to us and yeah, so I'm gonna blow up Crypto Mondays that way.
great. Did you have to speak Japanese?
They so English is their second language, right? So I did sometimes have to talk slowly so they could understand and
Great.
explain to them what a crypto credit card was and oh yeah, getting back to so when I paid for the $8.50 juice, right? So I purposely didn't have enough money in my cash credit card. It said, oh, my credit card declined. And so I showed the process of how I took money from my Phantom wallet to send in Solana USDC token to my Cash credit card, and then I could tap my phone again using Apple Pay, right? It was using my Apple Pay phone, tapped it, and then it went through. So it was nice to see that process of, oh, I ran out of money. Let me put in some more stable coins so I could spend it at the local deli. Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you,
Yeah.
David. Thanks for making the time out of your meeting to come and update us. That's
No,
brilliant.
no,
So we want to see the footage, eh? You must ask them if you tell him you
yeah,
have to see
yeah.
the footage.
I'm waiting for that stuff.
You didn't charge them for for your celebrity status, eh?
No,
In
it's
stable
great
coins.
stuff. Great
Cool,
stuff.
David. Thanks so much, man.
I actually finished my sales call because there, so I have time here now, so no worries.
Thanks, brother. And so, Alex and Gio, are you here to give us a little bit of feedback on our conversation recently and the possibility of Crypto Mondays Zoom Europe?
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly, Alex.
Perfect.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much for having me. It's the first time I do that from my phone. I'm outside of home, so I'm in a small room. I think I'm sorry if there is some echoes.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, so to quickly summarize, we had a conversation last week with Robin and Gio, and we were floating an idea. Is because at CryptoMondays Zurich, what we started doing last year is that we started organizing webinars to try to gather more people because especially in Switzerland, people don't tend to move that much. So like a 20-minute travel is too much. People don't do it. So they don't go to the town nearby. And so we started floating this idea of doing webinars and to grow the community and to have more sponsorship. And by discussing last week with Robin, we also discussed the idea that maybe we can try to pool every town in Europe, for instance, together and having a webinar every Monday, for instance, and each one takes a lead on one. And then basically we can then really turbocharge the community and also get more sponsorship. And I think that will be nice to have that one in Europe, for instance, one in America, one in Asia. And we really start growing this community instead of working each its separate hub in its own, really start collaborating and leveraging each other experience. So I don't know what you guys think. Did I forgot something, Robin?
No, that's fantastic. That's good on that topic. I'll jump onto another one in a minute. But any thoughts from anybody on that?
I'm super excited to start getting it going as soon as you guys are. I think we used to we've done lots of webinars over the years at Crypto Mondays, and we used to do it more regularly. And now I really think with AI and Agent MonDAI, it's going to be a lot less of a lift, and we'll be able to do it much better. And so I'm super excited to get Europe going.
Thanks, Lou.
Thank you very
Ravi?
much.
I think for global events, we should try to help each other and sponsor those global events in our respective Telegram communities.
Great. Ravi?
Yeah, it's a great idea. Like I actually attend, there's a Caribbean Islands like Tech Association, and like I like lurking there. They kind of let Miami people in, but it's pretty interesting. They have like engineers, game developers, people from all over various Caribbean islands, basically. And I think it's a pretty awesome concept that that you raised to do the same thing for Crypto Mondays chapters. You get to meet a lot of people, make some friends, maybe meet them someday in person.
Amazing. And what's also cool is the databases, because you can pool your databases, and if you take a bunch of chapters, put them together, and put it into the online invitation, it's so much easier to scale than your IRL stuff. Great.
Perfect.
Thanks so much. And Alex, there was just one other thing, was you guys have been relatively successful with your sponsorships. Was there anything that
Yeah.
you could advise anybody on other than having a super salesman called Gio? Is there?
So Gio is really the salesman for that, but I think the idea is really to grow the community, because I think they will ask for some metrics. So how many attendees you have, or what's your reach, and if you're able to say, listen, we have this newsletter, we have that many followers on LinkedIn, we have that many followers on Twitter, it helps. And it also helps to have those webinars. And then, for instance, we had one Monday, so yesterday, with Spanish AI expert, and it was really nice also. And I think that's the idea also, is to have those more regional. I think because what I think is really nice is because crypto is borderless in a sense, so we should try to do the same.
Yeah.
There are many topics that are interesting, and that and I cannot go to Spain just for one Crypto Monday, and it's really nice if we have a webinar or stuff like that. So I think it's we can really leverage that.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Alex. And you doing 1 month online, 1 month in person, eh?
Exactly. That's the idea. The idea is not to replace completely Crypto Mondays, but to alternate between the two. So one in person, the next month it's webinar, then again once in person. So so we have the beauty of both worlds.
How would the format be though for the
For the
event?
webinar.
Yeah, for the webinar, because I think
It depends actually. So we had presentations, and at the moment what we're trying to do is fire chat. So we just ask questions, and then in the end we have a Q&A. Before we try also some presentation, and I don't think it worked, but it attract
the same amount
different
of
people actually. I think fireside chat is more convenient. You can
More
listen
engaging.
and
myself, I go to events and Crypto Mondays just to meet people, honestly.
Mhm.
Like, and I think
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
70% of the people go to Crypto Mondays to do BD or to meet other
Yeah.
people. Do you think there could be any way we can try some format where we encourage people to, I don't know, present to each other? I don't know.
I
think
think the thing is, for instance, if we have this fireside chat, in the end, normally the speaker also gives his contact details, so you can contact the guy directly. And also depending on who's talking, I think you can then you can try to follow them or ask them questions.
Yeah, maybe it
No,
could be like a
Nahuel,
way to.
I'd love to follow up. I think that there is a way, probably like in a smaller group. I have a good friend of mine had a company that would put dinners together and get 15 people in a room, and somebody would pay for it, but everybody came because there'd be a lot of alpha.
Mm.
And then during COVID, he was forced to move it to Zoom, and guess what? It became dramatically more profitable.
Yeah.
and grew faster because it's a lot easier for people to join from Zoom.
Yeah.
Well, I believe
That's
it's
the
also interesting to monetize it that way. If you want to speak and be spoken to, you sponsor the event or something like that.
Okay,
So
thank you very much. I'm gonna call on Jacqui because
okay.
she's got some
There you
things
go.
to tell us
Thank you
about her
very much, guys.
conference.
Have a nice
Thank
day.
you, Alex,
Bye-bye.
for the update. That's brilliant.
So Alex, I don't know if you're still here or not, or if you hopped off, but Maryland, as a Crypto Monday started off and still is virtual. And we started off, I guess, in 24, but we have like 347 people who are registered on our virtual Crypto Monday. And the format, not everyone comes every time, but the format is sort of like around, I always have topics to talk about in case it falls silent,
Yes.
but it is a like a round robin of contribution, and I sort of prompt with questions, and if someone's silent, I'll call on people to say, what are you up to these days, that type of thing. And especially because we have a lot of new people sometimes that hop on. So, and then people share in the chat. So having it virtual definitely grows. I know that what I'm very excited about, especially with Lou coming, is we're going to actually host our first in-person Crypto Monday.
Wow. Look at
And
that.
that's, yeah, exactly. And that's tied to our in-person 5-day blockchain bootcamp and workforce expo. So the Crypto Monday is the first day, July 13th. So everyone's invited to come to the event. And if anyone's in the Crypto Monday community, you can have a complimentary ticket. So that's to the main event as
Wow.
well as to
Congratulations,
Thank you,
Jacqui.
Jacqui.
yeah,
Yay.
yeah. So if you go to the Maryland Blockchain Association's website, I don't have the conference. It's embedded in there, but I don't have that one memorized. But if you go there, you'll see that Lou's there. Michael Turpin's coming for the Bit Angel on Thursday.
Amazing.
So, it definitely is a crossover from Monday to Friday. And we're waiting to hear back in terms of keynotes, possibly from Senator Alsobrook and Westmore. But we have a lot of stellar people, who are already on, and we have more people that have said yes that we still have to get onto the face of it. So, it's an interesting blend of working with having paid speakers for the sponsor side, even though obviously some people in our ecosystem are complimentary. But we're trying to pay for our footprint as well. So anyone who has suggestions of sponsors, for sure. I know Bybit said that they want to work with us, but they don't want to work with us in the United States. And since we have some international projects going on, I'm going to try to get sponsorship that I could maybe move over to a different way. But it's going to be an interesting experience for sure. It's like a salad. We're mixing it up, and we're going to see
Very brave.
how the
Brilliant.
days go. So, I can't think of anything else to share except everyone's welcome to come and do that shoulder networking. We're taking over an entire campus, so it's huge, and I'm feeling the weight on the shoulders of how huge it is.
Fantastic. You gotta fill the place.
Yeah, exactly.
Lou, rent a crowd. You gotta get all your mates to come, Lou.
Yeah. So Lou,
Undoubtedly.
yeah. So Lou, also, I was going to share that, because I don't know what time you're actually getting into Maryland or whatever, but the afternoon, if you wanted to do a workshop, because workshops are like 60 minutes long, to kind of talk about Monday and also everything else that, the Crypto Mondays is doing. That's for sure. You're welcome to do that, because we're going to have a mixed audience, and our goal is also to record everything, so that way, and we're going to have an ebook, which will, after the event, we're going to be promoting out, so everyone who's there is going to have their own page, so that way there'll be additional marketing on that.
Super cool, Jacqui, and beautifully, eloquently delivered. Thank you so much. It's a massive project, eh?
It is massive, I agree, but you have to start somewhere. And I've done virtual global summits before with the Blockchain Legal Institute, and we did our sixth one in March. And so these are really no different. The summits are 5 hours long, live streamed. So This is just 5 days of in-person now. I'm doing the same number of speakers, about 30 people every day. So we also have bilingual continuing education in Spanish and English. So definitely want to reach out to the bilingual community to come. And that I cannot give a complimentary ticket on because that's continuing legal education. But we also have CLE for the US, CLE for Europe. Enrique Asner, who's based in Spain, is doing the bilingual side. And then we also have continuing education in real estate. And so this is all integrating the idea of AI, blockchain, crypto, stable, you name it, a lot of different topics. That's why it really is going to be interesting. We have people from Africa, Nigeria, Uganda, and also like the Maryland trade associations and embassies. So not sure which days a lot of people are going to be there because different people are committing to different things, but it's going to be a really fun mix.
Brilliant, Jacqui. Thanks so much. And yeah, good luck and well done. That's superb. Thank you for involving us.
Yeah, of course, anytime.
Right, we're over to Eve of Barcelona. Are you here, Eve? You're on mute if you're here. Going once, Eve. Anybody else want to jump in?
She was here when we started.
She is there. I can see her,
There's-
but
yeah.
maybe she went to the loo.
Ah.
Oh, I'm not
Hey,
allowed to say go to
yes.
the loo, eh? I have to
Yes,
say
no,
something.
exactly, yeah.
Sorry. Anybody else want to give us an update? Wayne, I see you here. Are you able to talk? It'd be cool to hear New Orleans if you're here. Who else is here?
Hey.
Well, that's it, I think.
No. Hey, Wayne. We can see you in the chat.
Hey, Wayne.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll
Right.
go. Yeah, so on
Oh,
June
sorry,
6th,
Brevi. Yeah.
June 16th, the head of crypto investments from Plug and Play Ventures, which is Silicon Valley's largest accelerator, is coming to Miami for an event, and I see Lou is on the RSVP list for that as well. But we were a Plug and Play alumni startup, and we were a success story supposedly for their investment team. So we have an open invite. We helped host their alumni network in Miami as well. So I posted they said they'll basically automatically approve anyone with that Luma invite code that I posted in the chats yesterday.
Nice.
Brilliant.
You need to come up to Maryland.
Well, actually, I've been lurking in your Zoom meetups. I didn't know you actually open it up to outside of Maryland. So I would lurk in there and not say anything, hoping I wouldn't get kicked out.
No,
I've been doing that for years, actually, lurking in your meetups, not saying anything.
Well, we have people who live in Maryland, went to school in Maryland, were born in Maryland, living somewhere else. Again, it's you're always welcome because
Yeah.
you never.
So when I say I'm
know.
from UM, right? When I say I'm from UM, I went to University of Miami. Like, just don't tell me what my M means something different than your M.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I think that was a festive update from everybody. If nobody has, if there's no further business, then this was awesome, and thank you so much to all of you for being here. Yeah, I see Roslyn. You're gonna have an event soon, Roslyn? Just arrived. Crystal, you got things cooking in Denver?
Yes.
Oh,
We're waiting for your Luma to see your invitation so we can send people to you.
Thank you. It's private right now. I'm just finishing a couple things.
Great.
I'm trying to combine my Luma accounts because I have two different Luma accounts, but all of the people that I'm connected to is under my original Luma account.
Lou's an
So I'm trying.
expert at that. He's had many issues with that in the past.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
One
Okay,
more note,
everyone. Thanks so much.
a quick
Really
note to
awesome
bring
being
up.
with you. Thank you for being on this journey with us, and wishing you all the best.
Thanks, guys.